Shalom, this is Amonute Tayac of Piscataway, your friendly neighborhood Shuman, Sophia Spiritualite, the AmaruKhan Miriyam, and this is our magical text that I presented last week. And I have a comment or something I noticed that I want to point out because one thing about it is we want to know who we're up against, not so that we can, create some whatever plan to fight back, but so that we can do our best to heal whatever avenues they're using to get into our energy field so that they are no longer able to access us through those points. And in order to know exactly or have a better understanding of what needs to be healed, either you need to know what it is or you need to know who is attacking you, because who is attacking you will tell you what needs to be healed, and then you can move on from there. So I as I mentioned, I already used this product, and so now I am, as you can hear, quite congested. And so I was feeling ill in general on Saturday and Sunday and Monday. I started to feel much better yesterday. And today I still just have some congestion left, which kind of just came back up. So I was thinking, well, what is that? Like, okay, I know I intervened and engaged in something that should change the outcome of how things turn out for me. What is it that actually created this cause, or what is it that that created this outcome that I'm having right now of this congestion? So I went back into this document, and I remember reading this, and so I think that this is what this may look like. It says, expel with great gas to the depths of the sky, that he who decomposed cursor knotted up the interior, that his manipulations like a plant uprooted, that his foliage are removed. Let him make what is in his body evaporate like sweat. So I'm just looking at 38 and 39. Expelling with great gas. I was like, well, what does that mean? And so I think it could be coughing, which I have been doing a lot of coughing. I hardly ever cough. So that was very unusual for me. And and this congestion, this is what's coming out, is this congestion. Expel with great gas to the depths of the sky, that he who decomposed the interior. And that's why I think it's the congestion, because congestion is from what I understand, just remnants of stuff that's left. And maybe we'll go and look that up. So I tie that to this kibtu wheat flour, which kibtu is wheat, which is the taboo of the god. So that tells me that it is some sort of a god that's out here attacking me, and that this thing that they've done to me is about to be returned to them. So let's look at this right here, and then we'll go and take a look at the something else. So this is just what that word means. Kibtu, gig, and like gigabyte, which refers to wheat. So this is probably unique. This probably unique PSA root is interesting, both because it is an apparently archaic Sumero-Altic agricultural term predating 3000 BC, but also because its earliest orthography in Sumerian, gig like gigabyte, like gigachad, like gig as in work, suggests an early valorization of the why are they using words like this? Okay, I'm not. Let's go to the Sumerian term was loaned to Akkadian Kibtu wheat, which must then be compared with the Afrostatic cob kind of corn, which is wheat. And if you know anything about what a wheat thing looks like, then it does kind of look like a kind of corn, small mini corn, found in Semitic or Shemitic only, in Akkadian and Tigray, also in Old Egyptian. I suspect this is another dual area loan from Sumero-Altic, although through Akkadian, to mostly Cushitic through Egyptian, also Berber, Shemitic, Western Chadic, Wazari, and Omotic. So why? So this just came to me. So why would this particular flower work against these gods? This goes back to the Bible where it talks about separating the wheat from the chaff. I mean, if we're gonna do it, let's just do the whole thing. You know. Um, I didn't look any of this up. I'm just thinking about this. I just thought about this. Ooh, let's look at. Let's see. Let's look at this one. What is this about? Isaiah 27? The restoration of Israel. Okay. In that day, the Lord, with his severe sword, great and strong, will punish Leviathan, the fleeing serpent, Leviathan, that twisted serpent, and he will slay the reptile that is in the sea, the restoration of Israel. In that day, sing to her, a vineyard of red wine. I, the Lord, keep it. I water every moment, lest any hurt it. I keep it night and day. Fury is not in me. Who would set briars and thorns against me in battle? I would go through them and I would burn them together, or let him take hold of my strength. Now, just listen to that. He would burn the briars and the thorns, okay? I think that's why this works. Or let him take hold of my strength, that he may make peace with me, and he shall make peace with me. Those who come, he shall cause to take root in Jacob. Israel shall blossom and bud, and fill the face of the world with fruit. He has struck Israel as he has struck those who struck him, or he has been slain, or has he been slain according to the slaughter of those who were slain by him? In measure, by sending it away, you contended with it. He removes it by his rough wind in the day of the east wind. Therefore, by this iniquity of Jacob, you will be covered. And this is all the fruit of taking away his sin. When he makes all the stones of the altar like chalk stones that are beaten to dust. Wooden images, the chalk stones that are beaten to dust. Wooden images and incense altars shall not stand. Yet the fortified city will be desolate, the habitation of forsaken and left like wilderness. There the calf will feed, and there it will lie down and consume its branches. When its boughs are withered, they will be broken off. The women come and set them on fire. For this is a people of no understanding. Therefore, he who made them will not have mercy on them, and he who formed them will show them no favor. Here it is. And it shall come to pass that in the day, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord will thresh from the channel of the river to the brook of Egypt, and you will be gathered one by one, O you children of Israel. So it shall be in that day, the great trumpet will be blown. They will come who are about to perish in the land of Assyria, and they who are outcast in the land of Egypt, and shall worship the Lord in the holy mount at Jerusalem. So it says that, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord will thresh from the channel, thresh as in take them out from the channel of the river to the brook of Egypt, and you will be gathered one by one. Thresh is to cut down. So everything's going to be cut down, and the Most High is going to gather you one by one. So I think that pretty much explains why this works, because that's what's happening here. We're being gathered one by one, and the way that this gathering is that you have to identify yourself. How do you identify yourself? So as the thrashing is going on, I just want to make sure I save this. You are being identified by the wheat flour, because it's always the wheat separated from the chaff. But so we've heard that scripture, but I wanted to know why that was important. Well, here it is. Because in that day it shall come to pass that the Lord will thresh from the channel of the river to the brook of Egypt, and you will be gathered one by one, O you children of Israel. So the ones who are the children will be gathered one by one. Well, what's happened to everybody else? He already said it earlier in the scripture. The rest of them are going to get scorched away. So the gods, in an effort to avoid the scorching, will just stay away from anybody who is covered in the wheat, because they know the Most High is coming to gather the wheat, and he's going to scorch everyone else. So I think that's pretty much how this goes together. So that's really, really interesting. We'll see if any of this other stuff comes up, but I just wanted to throw that out there because, as I gather little bits of data, I think it's important to put it all together so we know why this stuff works. And I think it will also help to give proof to individuals that this stuff is not, hocus pocus, whatever. It's literally rooted in what is literally in the Bible. Because I remember a scripture, and I came directly to the Bible and we found it. This is just a regular old King James. They can't take this out. I mean, New King James, but still, y'all understand. So that's all. Just a quick little update. Shalom, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.